Mamas, ladies, aunties, who else is listening?
Grannies.
Daddies.
Anyone with melanated babies.
We've got 11 of them between all four of us. And here on this podcast, that means a lot of doctor's appointments, play dates, and bath times.
Especially for you and them twins, girl, because they just like to mess with you.
I know, but we're making it through, which is why we are so excited to have our partner, Proudly. Brought to you by the Wades, Gabrielle Union, and Dwayne Wade, Proudly products are co-designed by a Black dermatologist who studied and selected ingredients to nourish melanated skin.
Plus, they're affordable. On Proudly.com, all individual products are under $12. Our friends at Proudly know that high quality, good for baby products shouldn't come with a luxury price tag.
And look, we want you to join the Proudly family as well. Right now, if you spend $50 at Proudly.com, you will get 20% off your order with our code BLACKLOVE, and that's all one word, BLACKLOVE.
This excludes subscriptions, but listen, we just told y'all that all individual products are under $12. That means you can try the calming spray, the nourishing oil, the gentle touch baby wipes. Just go to Proudly.com and use BLACKLOVE to get 20% off your order. Hit us up on Instagram at the Mama's Den Podcast and let us know your favorites.
Welcome to the Mama's Den.
Yo, yo, yo. Guess who's back?
Oh, Mel's back.
I'm back, y'all. Woo. Yay. Thanks for holding it down while I was on a world tour of family and music all summer.
Love that. And you returned to such joy with the beginning of the school year.
Listen. Between my son's energy about how he feels about school and getting him ready for school, I'm just like, throw the whole school away. I'm over it.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Okay.
It's a lot.
So jumping into that topic, right? Okay, this is Cody, mother of 3. Last year, or the last several years, I've had 1 in school. It was lovely, right? Like I would get up, the twins would get up whenever the hell they wanted to, but Brooks was like the focus, right? Everything was about getting him ready, getting him off. Whatever those babies were doing is up to them. But once Tommy took Brooks to school, me and the babies would hang out, and like that was life. No stress, really. Because Brooks does what he's told. Now, for the last couple of months, the babies have been in a Montessori school, so it's year round. And Brooks wasn't in school. So that, because it was summer, right? So that wasn't too bad, right? We just have to get them ready, get them out the door. Then suddenly school, real school, Brooks' school begins, first grade. Not only, I mean, look, life is fucked up because right now they're in 2 different directions. The schools are in 2 different directions. And Tommy is in production on 2 movies at the same time. So it's just me. And it's a mess. And add to that these kids don't do anything I tell them to do. So there's the need to like wake up, get people ready for school, feed them, get them out the door and be on time. And it never happens.
Yeah, but you also, Cody, have to remember that you're supposed to be a part of that equation as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it never happens. It never happens.
I'm supposed to be clean.
Yeah, you're
brush
supposed
my
to be
teeth.
dressed, brush your teeth. You're supposed to feed yourself.
Maybe eat?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop
Do
it.
you eat?
Girl, no. Never. Look at me right now. I'm trying to eat right now.
I just wanted some grape nuts this morning. That was it.
No, I mean,
eat grape nuts? This is funny. Hold on.
what are
I was
grape
trying
nuts?
to be healthy, guys. I was trying to be healthy.
What are grape nuts?
I know grape nut cereal.
They're not sugary at all. They're very healthy cereal, and I'm trying to be a healthy person. Okay.
My mom used to make us eat that as a child. This is Felicia, okay, y'all? My mom used to make us eat that shit when we were kids, and I remember putting a bunch of sugar all over it. Anyways.
hilarious.
Oh, this is Ashley, and no dry cereal is healthy, but go ahead.
I used to do that with Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran is great, though. Raisin Bran. No, you got to get the one with the little crumbles, the oat crumbles.
That's a lie.
Okay,
It's marketing.
But I want to hear
Ashley's
what
choosing
y'all's
violence today.
morning. Okay, Felicia, Melanie in particular. Like, what is your morning?
Hey, my kids go to school.
I was gonna say,
I did-
Ashley,
I
Don't leave out the homeschool mom, cuz.
homeschooling Ashley. Tell us all about your life, friend.
No. Go ahead, y'all, with your public school children.
Shit. One's in private, one's in public, okay? Okay, so for my morning routine with the kids, I found it very helpful for me to wake up a little bit earlier than them, whether it's like 15 or 20 minutes. It just allows me to move at a slower pace and not rush around. Sometimes I cop an attitude if I see they woke up at the same time as me. I'm like, what you doing? You're not supposed to be up.
Word.
And I'll let them play or do something. Night before prep is really big for me too. Whether that's like taking a shower and we do piece his hair to where we don't have to do that in the morning, or packing lunches, or sometimes I'll pack like their breakfast to go, and everything's done the night before. But not all mornings are smooth. It don't matter. Sometimes it's like it don't matter how much you prepare, they gonna get out of line. Like you don't know how they're gonna wake up, or what they're gonna do. Today Zen chose violence for sure, and I was like, well, guess what? I'm choosing it too. What's up? Guys, sometimes he's just so. I heard him calling Pete, shut up. Hitting her. I'm like, Zen, it's 7 a.m. I was like, you need to stop. It's too early for this.
Yeah.
Like, no. So it's like half prep, half go with the flow.
It doesn't matter what time I wake up. They always wake up before me.
Wait, what time do they wake
There's
up?
3 of them. Somebody gonna get up.
Yeah.
Today, Langston woke up at 5:40.
No, thank you.
5:40. So then what happens in that situation? You wake up, like, you're up and moving now?
So I try to set my alarm for like 6, unless there's some reason not to. So when they get up before 6, it's frustrating. When they get up at 6:05, because I can't even hit the snooze.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but today I had gone to sleep early. So when he woke up and he wanted to come and hang with me, it was cool. It was sweet. It was so sweet from about 5:40 to 6:15. Right. Me and Langston hanging.
Okay.
Right. He was like, I want to take a bath. I want to play with the toys. I was like, cool. Ain't nobody else awake. Let's do it. Yeah. Right. Then he decided to like lay down in the water. So suddenly I'm now washing his hair, which I don't have girls, but Langston and Aristotle got some hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, cool. No one's up. It's fine. I'll detangle your hair. That's fine. It's cute. So got it done. He's a clean little boy. Then Brooks wakes up grumpy. Why the light on? Oh my God. I gotta pee. Why the light on? Ultimately, I got Brooks together because Brooks is a sweet little boy. Everybody's together, dressed, going downstairs for breakfast. So Aristotle had a fever, wasn't allowed to go to school, even though he didn't have a fever anymore. So we let him rest. Started making breakfast. Aristotle's waking up like, why did you go downstairs without me?
Oh my God. All these kids
Everything got derailed. Like we were good. Everything got derailed at that point.
Wait, do you always bathe them the morning of or the night before?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. More night would be great.
Yeah.
But they often will pee in the bed and then I have to clean them. So the morning just happens a lot.
Yeah.
Nighttime is the right time for Cameron. Like I have to give him a bath shower at night. He showers at night, get him ready, do everything in the morning. That child is like a teenager. He is 6 years old and he is a teenager who sleeps very heavy, does not have any focus in the morning, does not want to do anything in the morning, does not want to go to school in the morning. And I am like, you are 6. How are we going to get through this for the rest of our lives? Like I messaged you guys on the chat the other day. I had a full breakdown to the point where I chose emotional violence, where he was so like, I woke up, I remember, because I'm trying to get into this routine now, by the way, having a daughter who has hair that needs to be done.
Already?
Oh yes. Her hair. She has a lot of hair.
I've seen it, but I just,
I'm going to show you. I figured out how to put into like asymmetrical ponytails. It's working out.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Throw a bonnet on that, baby.
No, she needs it. She needs silk sheets. She needs it all. It's a thing. But, I'm starting to try to consider the fact that now that I have 2, taking notes from all my friends who have had multiples before me and seeing that there requires a certain level of pre-prep production that has to happen.
Yeah.
And so nighttime, I shower Cameron, but in the mornings, I also want to do things for myself. So I too try to get up, work out before, even if I just get up before the kids, even if I didn't get to work out because I'm tired, if it's 15 minutes, I just feel like I can wrap my head around moving to get everyone going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So Kaya and Jared, because we're doing man-to-man defense right now, so I handle Cam in the morning. So the other morning, I woke him up at 7. He didn't get up out of the bed till 7:15. This is how hard it is to get him up. So it's like 15 minutes, goes, get him dressed, eat breakfast, made lunch, on the ready to go. He's like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, you go to the bathroom. I'm going to go get changed, brush your teeth. I'll meet you at the front door. 15 minutes later, 8:05. We're supposed to leave at 8. I don't like to leave it later than 8:10. 8:05, I go. He's still sitting on the toilet.
That's peace.
I was like, why are you on the toilet?
They get so distracted.
You're
like, what happened?
What have you been thinking about? What have you been doing? So at this point now, he's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So then after I was like, did you even brush your teeth? He's like, no. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're going to be late today. I'm going to make you late today. I did a full face of makeup. I did a manifestation oath. I did a gratitude ritual. And by this time now, he's sitting at the school starts at 8:25. He's sitting at the door at the bench. Now he knows he's in trouble. His hands are clenched in folded position. He's sitting there with his shoes on, backpack on after his dad had to get him because I just checked out. And I was like, we're going to school. We did not get to school till 8:55. And I was like, you're going to walk into the office. You're going to get the late slip. You're going to tell them why you're late. And I was like, because at this point, I've had this conversation with you too many times. It's disrespectful. It's not the point that you're 6 years old. I can get that you're 6. There's some wrangling that needs to happen. There's some reshifting of focus that needs to happen. But bruh, if we have a conversation about this and you absolutely I just don't have it. So I turned to Jared. He's like, he's 6. And I was like, I feel disrespected.
Yeah.
But does he care to be late? Does he care?
He does care because he doesn't want to get in trouble, but he doesn't care to miss school. Like, he's like, okay, whatever. Like, he doesn't like to be in trouble. That's his thing. He doesn't like to be in trouble. So if he feels like there's a threat of being in trouble either with us or with authority at school, he's a little bit more shook. But I saw him, like, he even said to me, he was like, Mom, are we ready? And I was like, I'm not ready. Are you ready? Like, I needed him to understand this is a respect of my time. And I feel like these are these moments where and now mind you, between us, while the children are not listening, I also too need help with time management.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do this while trying to teach someone time management as well, which is like a double-edged sword. So like the morning for me, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I hate it. I'm not a morning person in general, so I'm trying to be better, but with kids, that just seems impossible.
I was going to say, because I have the oldest child, I feel like, I've been doing this longer than you guys. Well, I have technically.
I'm like, yeah, you have.
But what I've learned is a couple things. Number one, like you said, how you have time management issues, I do as well. And that's one of the reasons why I homeschool, which I understand that everyone cannot. But we will always have to remember that we're all very different. And like, one thing about this sucks about the school system is that it is structured around like this 8-hour wake up this time, and everyone doesn't function at that time. And I know with Amira, she's a very artsy child. She's really good at school, but she doesn't like it either. Like she's so smart, but she hates school. She hates sitting there. She hates listening to like the lessons and stuff. It's just not her thing. And it's really hard for her to get up every day. Like she's about to be 14. And I have been having the same conversation for 14 years, like she's a deep sleeper as well. Like it's such a tug. And that's why I started kept her in homeschool, because I realized that she will come alive around noon. It's so focused. And from like noon to 3, noon to 4, like she will focus and do all of her schoolwork, but it's just not happening in the morning. And I know with me, it was the same way. When I went to college, I did all my classes at night because I know that like I'm not a morning person. And I was like that the whole time I went to school. Every morning I would make up a new element. My mom like, girl, I'm like, I can't go to school. I'm like, my eye is twitching. And I would end up going to school at like noon every day. And then my mom was like, how are you? Like, how is this working for you? And I think that some kids, they're probably just going to be like that for the rest of their life. And they're going to find careers that work with that. Like some people just can't do it. They just can't get it together.
Okay. But for you, right, as mom of 4 kids, like what are the things, because we have talked about this. It ain't like you just silent on the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some things y'all got to get done.
Oh, right.
So what does your morning look like?
It's different now. Before I had Atalia, and now it's back to the same. Like the last year and a half was crazy. I literally was like sleeping in every morning. Chia did breakfast. He did their hair. And then we hired someone to come in and help us for 3 hours, like 3 days a week with the girls. For school.
Yeah.
Yes. And so she would come and they go to the office in our apartment building. And so he would get them ready and send them off. And that was his thing. And it's very chaotic, but I would sleep. So I don't, like not until I started waking up early and I'm getting like back into life where I realized like, how are y'all up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you're getting them ready at 9 and they have to be out the door at 10. It's very mind boggling to me, but hey, work for Chia. Now Amira is very helpful too. So now we have a whole system. Like I wake up and then I'm like, okay, girls, like I immediately make them change their clothes. Amira does their hair because she wants to. She's like really into that.
See, wait, okay, pause.
Okay.
Because this is where my life is in
You
shambles.
don't have that help.
No, not just the help, girl. When you said I immediately make them change their clothes, the way these children, when I'm like, okay, great, we're up, take off your pull-up, go pee, let's find some underwear. It's everything from I want you to pick the underwear or it's I want to pick the underwear, don't touch it, to like, no, I'm going to brush my teeth first. Can I brush my teeth first?
We're literally dealing with like multi-personality personality, like at all
beings.
times.
Yeah, like
and they
every
just
day.
wake up, like have it. I'm just
It's
at a loss. Like, you
frustrated.
can see my face. It's Melanie. Like I'm at a loss of words just because trying to figure this shit out is like, it's like I don't even know.
It's hard, but it's not, guys. I'm going to tell you. I have always been a type A personality person, and I always try to tell people that how you have to start at a very, 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 very young age, like how you want your house. And sometimes it's hard to start. Listen, I'm trying to implement new things with Amira, and it's very hard. She's about to be 14, and even Azara. But I know for one thing, when it comes to me and like how I run my household, it's always going to be I'm the mom. So at the end of the day, like I'm not playing them games. I'm not about to be arguing with your ass, like, period. So Ashley, me, Chia, I am like, understand my kids' different personalities, right? Azara is very organized. That works for her. Every night she gets her clothes out and she likes to pick out her own stuff. That's what she wants to do. It's ready to go. Asia, on the other hand, likes to do the baby thing, like, you do it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not doing that. You're old enough. And this is how I talk with her too. Like, if you want to play with your iPad and you're old enough to do that, then you're old enough to pick your own clothes. You want to be a baby? Fine. Then you don't get to do big girl things. Like, that's the conversation I'm constantly having with her. So yes, I'm in love on her, but you can pick up your own clothes. You can wipe your own butt. Like, these are all things that she wants me to do. I'm not doing that though. It's ridiculous. Like, you're 4. You can do that on your own. And then don't ask me to do other stuff if you're not going to do those things. And I stand by that shit. Like, when they're like, when I have my iPad, no, because you don't know how to feed yourself, remember? So you can't use your iPad. So I feel like you have to be consistent, and I'm consistent on the weekends. I still make them go to bed on their bedtime. I don't play those stay all night stuff because I know that they can't, you know, in between that day, like, they can't get right.
It's like that. I feel like it's also like that like time structure, you know, like giving them like boundaries and structures, because Peace is my kid that I'll tell her, Bear, go get ready for school. I have to check on her periodically every 10 minutes. Did you already brush your teeth? Did you already have to be on her? And then eventually she does it. Zen wakes up and he's like, I want to pick out my own clothes. I want to go. But then it's like, sometimes he'll pick out his own clothes with a whole entire attitude. Sometimes he wants to wear a sweater and it's 100 degrees outside. Right. Yep. So it's like, it's really that fight with like decisions, how you're saying. But I feel like I've also learned to be a little bit more flexible and know that like, I'm the adult. I have to have more control over my emotion. Today, like I said, I was like, we letting it loose. but there's a lot of days that I kind of allowed them to go however they want, but these are the boundaries that I'm setting. At the end of the day, we're in the car by 7:45. You already know that. I'm like, if you want to brush your teeth or do whatever you want to do first, just get the shit done. But don't go outside of these lanes right here and swerve as much as you want, you know?
That's smart.
So I don't know. I feel like that's what works the best, but it's really when Zen gets to tripping, child.
I literally will give Cameron, like, this is the cutoff time. I've used clocks, like timers, to be like, this is how long you have to eat. Why does it take you 20 minutes to eat a bowl of cereal?
Girl.
Somebody tell me.
Oh, he sounds just like
baby bites.
just like Peace.
I hate it.
Not even baby bites. They'll just be talking about something.
Like, and the thing about it is that, like,
You let him watch TV when he eats? Yeah,
he doesn't. He does not. He's not allowed to do anything in the mornings. Like, I have to actually take toys away from him. Like, he wants to have a car while
on the table
while he's like playing. You know, while he's doing something, and I'm like, no, you cannot have that because you haven't showed me that you can focus on it. He wants to even read, and as much as I love seeing him read,
Brooks too.
I'm like,
not right now.
Yep.
like, not right now.
Sir,
He's like, hey, mom, did you know that dog
food?
man? Yeah, I'm like, you got to eat, bro. Come on. So I've used timers. I've also been like, this is the cutoff time. Did you brush your teeth? Nope. Great. You get cavities? That's on you. We're going. I've literally, you didn't finish your breakfast? You going to school hungry, period.
Absolutely.
But like, you know what I do on the back end when I see that he's doing that? Like, his morning snack that he gets at school, like, I know that if I'm trying to drive home that lesson where I'm like, all right, well, fine, you don't get breakfast this morning. I'll make his morning snack a little bit more substantial before lunch. So I know that he's not really going to be that hungry. Yeah. But it's the point of understanding, like, bro, we got to move. Like, and I don't know. And, you know, we talked about this over text, like, what that does when you have to start your morning, what it does to your nervous system, right? Which is something that I don't think enough people talk about. Like, we talk about anxiety, we talk about how we feel, but like, the nervous system in our body is a functioning computer, and it really governs everything, the way we process and handle things throughout the day. And so when your nervous system is jolted first thing in the morning, it sets the tone for your whole day. So like, you know, like, but I told you, like, even the other day, I woke up, I worked out, I felt good. I was like, we're on track. And then this little man woke up and just reprogrammed my whole
not little
Why
man.
are the tools not
you're
working?
so right.
Yeah,
They're not
that
working.
is so
Like
true.
I remember this morning at like 7:50 feeling just like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
we're nowhere near out the door and Brooks is late. He's late. He's already late, getting later.
The angst.
But you know what Chia does that I started doing? He just doesn't care. And so I feel like I have been slowly adapting that mentality because I've been
Which
like,
doesn't care about what?
anything. In it, dead ass. He doesn't care about anything. Like he's,
or does he not care? Or is he like, it's not a big deal?
he doesn't care. Meaning like he's just like, Ashley, this shit does not matter in the grand scheme of things. Like I get so worked up by like them not listening or being off schedule. You know me, I like to be prompt. And he's like, so you're gonna be late. They're 5, they're 6. They're like, he's like, it's okay. Like life is gonna go on. Like, why are you stressed out about that? And I used to feel like it was very annoying that he did that. But he was like, Ashley, they're not going to change that much. Like they're gonna slowly grow. But for the most part, tomorrow, Azara and Asia are going to get in a fight again because they get in a fight every morning and tell each other they don't want to be sisters every single morning. And then 5 minutes later, they're playing with Barbies. He was like, this is always going to happen. He was like, so what can you do to change the way you're receiving what's happening? He was like, release the anxiety of and the stress of like feeling so worked up by them not behaving. You know, when you were like, okay, you're not going to eat. That's what was happening. Azara kept wanting to wear sweaters. It's 100 degrees. Like last week, she's like, I want to wear my sweater. And he was like, just let her wear it. Let her ass be hot.
She'll figure. She'll take it
I
off.
mean, And she came home like, oh, it was so hot. And he was like, so next time your mom tells you not to wear something, you need to listen to her. He comes from an old school way, but it actually works of like, let people figure out on their own, like make those mistakes. And I'm like trying to prevent them from being hot, being hungry, Let them figure it out.
Like I totally get that. I get what you're saying. I do that. I think with even the teeth brushing thing, I feel like a bad parent sometimes, but I'm like, fuck it. Like if you're not gonna brush your teeth and you
don't
know what
understand
time it is to go,
the importance,
like,
you're gonna have to learn.
We're gonna
Let
go.
little kid at school tell you you're
But-
breasting.
Yes.
You'll figure it out.
I'm like,
That
it's your
part.
breath, not mine.
But I think the stressful part becomes the ripple effect,
Right.
Both on just what it feels like, that chaotic feeling, which I get that he's saying like just don't have it, right?
Yeah.
But the other part of it is like them being late makes me late. Like I had to cancel a whole. I was doing this live podcast with someone else that was also going to be a masterclass thing, like it was going to be filmed for something else. I had to cancel it last week. And I felt bad. Like, life happens. But I felt so bad. We were so late to everybody's school and I had to cancel this. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like I do need to figure out how to put routines in place and processes in place so that doesn't happen.
So something that I notice works for Cameron, because even though he's this free-spirited, imagination, attention all over the place kid, he also can follow instructions when they're laid out for him. So like, I told him, I was like, do I need to create a checklist for you? And he says, yes, I think so, mommy. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a checklist. When he wakes up in the morning, I'm going to set time codes. I'm going to be like, by this time, you have to have your clothes on.
Yeah.
By this time, breakfast must be done.
Yeah.
By this time, and go down the list of all the things. Like even the other day, he forgot his water bottle and I had to go back to the house and drop off his water bottle at school. Fortunately, we live 6 minutes away from the school, so I could do that. But if I had to go into LA and go to work and do it, it's like, bro, you're going to drink out the water fountain. And then that gives me anxiety. And I'm like, don't drink out of the water fountain. I know. Meanwhile, Ashley over here be like, he all right. And Cody's like, ugh.
I mean, no, you know me, I'm a germaphobe. It's disgusting. But like most people drink out the fountain and we're still alive. We'll be okay.
I know. I'm just trying to not.
I mean,
ever do that
2022 is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Y'all.
No, and he actually told sidebar. He told me that he saw a girl at his school put her whole mouth over the water fountain.
Yeah, my brother said that they used to pee in the water fountains, like
Yes.
have peeing contests.
Yeah, girl, no. Anyways, so
He's alive.
I think that that's something that I'm going to start implementing. He's alive. For him, as far as here's a reminder.
Yeah.
If you need a visual reminder every day, here it is. Clocks help, like stopwatch helps, because he also treats that like it's a competition.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to beat the clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
AZ likes that too.
Yeah, I think it's just making it a little bit more, I guess, fun, because I'm recognizing that he is not into the monotony of what this routine is. Like when he got through his first year of school, he was like, school's awesome. And I was like, great, you got it for 18 more years. He was like, what? Like, he literally was like, what do you mean?
Wait, why you burst his
His
bubble like
head
that?
Because he had to
exploded
get-
when
he had to
he
get
realized.
ready.
You were doing?
And I also think too, this is also something that I think we have to recognize, that our kids were home for a year.
Yeah.
Or two.
Our kid or two, our kids were home for a year or two because of the pandemic. And I think that routine of being at home, seeing your parents a lot, being around, having your comforts, like this thing going to school, for at least for my son, is just like, what? This is for the birds. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be traveling, and I want to be with you guys, and I want to be at
Yeah.
home. Like, he actually literally told me, whenever I was like, you have to go to school, you have to learn how to do spelling and math. He's like, I could just walk around with a calculator. He literally was like, a calculator has all the answers. I was like, bro,
Yeah,
come
it
on.
does.
But
I mean, but that's true. Why do they have to? I mean, it's pretty stupid.
it's individual. And I think that, Cody, especially too, like, I think Felicia and I both having boys and girls, I'm just be honest, they're just different. They're just wired different. I can see it already. My daughter's only 8 months. I can see that she's wired different.
All kids are
She
different.
just is just different. So I'm just like, okay, he has his own things, and I'm trying to find what makes it work for all of us.
Yeah.
And that's just a constant practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who was suggesting too that I give them breakfast in the car. And I think
y'all
that
do
could help
Yeah, we were
too.
talking about
I love
that
a breakfast in the
Yeah,
car
I think
moment.
that can help too. She actually has kids the exact same age as mine.
Oh wow.
Um,
And getting there. Remember, I told you that I saw this girl on Instagram. She got like these little cubbies, and she marked them like Monday through
Sharice?
Friday. It was her. Was it her? No, I saw it. Her.
posted about that.
Yes, but I saw someone else like on TikTok. It was like a TikTok
Yeah.
thing going around. I don't know where she got the idea from, maybe, but it was
Yeah,
someone that
yeah,
had
yeah.
multiples. But it actually wasn't her.
Oh, yeah?
It's somebody else. Yes, it's this girl. She has like 3 boys and a girl. And then she just like blogs all the time. But she did that with her daughter. She
Yeah.
put Monday through, and you should do that, and then let them pick out their own clothes and put them in there, and it could be like, okay, it's Monday. Like, go to the Monday drawer. Like, I don't know, and even leave a sticker there or something. Like, if you get your own clothes and you could pull a sticker, you could do like a sticker incentive.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then they get like 3 stickers
No,
at
I'm
the end
here
of the
for
day.
it. I'm here for it.
I don't know, girl. Something,
Okay. I mean, I think we just need like routines and practices in place. So that will help a lot. Cause
And like
right now,
one
this
thing
is
at a
not
time,
what's up.
Cody. One routine at a time.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when you try to like do it too fast and too many things, they're just like,
Yeah.
but it's like, what if it's the one thing of, I don't know, bathe the night before? Like, I don't know, something
Yeah.
like consistently
Yeah.
bathe the night before. So
And just
that's
keep
one last
adding-
thing that you have to
And
worry
then when they
about.
pee in the morning, carry.
Girl,
carry.
just
Girl, I'm
washcloth
like,
and wipe them down, girl.
wipey.
It depends on how much pee. I like the wipe down, but sometimes I'm like, oh Lord.
When do you stop giving them liquids?
Pretty early, but I'm not always the one putting them to bed.
Well, guys, I peed in the bed for a very long time. Sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah,
Listen.
no judgment, Ashley.
No
I'm
judgment.
just
This
saying.
is a real thing.
It's not always
Gotta
easy
wash
to
'em.
control
Yeah,
your
give them
bladder.
a little bird bath.
Oh man. Well, good luck to all the mamas out there.
Yeah,
and the
good luck.
daddies and the
And the
grannies.
daddies and the parents and the help. And
grannies.
honestly, I would just like to say for the record, I don't believe that we're supposed to be struggling alone. I believe that we are supposed to have people that can come in and help us.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
believe that there's a reason why it takes 2 people to make a child. And I believe that this is hard. This shit is hard and you need help. And so whatever you need to do, if you need to vent to your friends in your group chats,
and not
you
even
need to talk
just
about
like
it on a
if you
podcast.
need to. Like, I encourage venting because it helps sometimes come up with solutions. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
And
100.
we're not alone. Just know that all of our children are the same. Every time I hear one of you guys say something in my head, I'm like, oh, my kids do that too. So don't feel alone. They all bad.
They're all sick.
Well, that's the mama's den.
Good luck.